Time for Countdown's Worst Persons in the World, the bronze to Roger Ailes. Years ago, he fired an especially contentious commentator named Rachel Marsden. She is now telling American publishers she is writing a novel based on her experiences as a figure on cable news, and including excerpts that seem to be referencing Ailes and several of his female hires. One describes the reaction to the character's resurrection as a commentator on French TV. Quote, "Imagine how pissed off Pontius Pilate was to hear that Jesus' tomb was empty. I often try to picture the meltdown, and I picture the head of America's most powerful cable news network as Pontius Pilate, weeping in his giant second-floor office, surrounded by his 10 TVs, his blubbery figure jiggling with each sob. He doesn't like to lose, and neither do I. I was a talking head. I'm not a big fan of the term. Talking head implies the presence of a brain, which isn't always the case. The American cable news network from which I was sprung mostly selected their female talking heads for their blanks and legs. I guess nicknaming them talking blanks or talking legs would be overdoing the obvious. It would also totally bust the trailer trash viewing majority who watch the network as the closest thing their old lady will allow them to get to porn." Well, seems like we have one cat and one empty bag. When Ailes fired her, Ms. Marden was, in fact, escorted from the Fox News studios by guards. Evidently, they did not escort her far enough away for Ailes' taste. Lonesome Rhodes Beck is our runner-up. Some of his wackier stuff needs a setup and explanation translation. Not today. "I have great hope for the future for our children. If we, our generation, goes through a resetting and a depression and actually does all of the hard work and says, okay, we're going to take care of those of you who are 75 years old and, you know, people who just cannot work, we're going to be able to take care of those people, but everybody else, you're on your own, gang, because the republic needs to be restored. That's the only way." So, he's now rooting for another Great Depression and the collapse of Medicare and Social Security. I'm guessing his sponsors just are not selling enough gold. Just remember what that one from his advertiser, Merit Financial, Peter Epstein, said. You pay anybody on any network and they say what you pay them to say, they're bought and sold. But our winner, Karl Rove, complaining that President Obama did not address the nation quickly enough after the attempted Detroit airplane bombing on Christmas. He said, "I don't understand why keeping the president off the stage and then not having him explain it for 4 days is supposed to reassure us." Well, it was 3 days, first of all. But on December 22nd, 2001, the so-called shoe bomber Richard Reed tried to blow up an airliner. President Bush was kept off the stage until December 28th. And even then, he only mentioned Reed in passing at a news conference from his vacation home. No, indeed, Mr. Rove doesn't understand, doesn't he? Specifically that Mr. Bush was off the stage on vacation for a third of his presidency. And in this case, he was off the stage for 6 days, while Mr. Obama was off for only 3. It is clear Mr. Rove does not understand that 6 is more than 3. Carl, that's all, folks. Rove, today's worst person in the world.